say.
Let's move on to the next one, okay? I don't have any hard feelings.
What's the next one?
The next one is you calling in about silly stuff, about our white lights and stuff.
That's not silly. I have 3 good reasons, and I've explained it. 1, it's an officer safety issue. You're in black, you're in black, you're in black. I don't want my grandma, who may or may not live in here, to hit one of you guys because it's your problem. Number 2, not only is it an officer safety issue, not only is it an officer safety issue, it's a liability issue. Like I said, I don't want my grandma to hit one of you guys and get into some kind of trouble. Number 3, nobody's above the law, and you guys are above the law when you ride around without bike lights. Simple as that.
That is untrue.
Which part is untrue?
That is untrue.
Which part is untrue?
We're allowed to ride with our lights on while we're on duty in the performance of our duty.
I've been trying to find a legal justification for that position in writing somewhere, and it doesn't exist.
Title 28 law.
What's that?
It's a Title 28 law.
Title 28, what that means is on private property it doesn't exist. I've seen you guys on non-private property on normal legal streets without lights all the time, and I have tons of video of it.
Most of the time we try to use them. Sometimes things happen fast and we don't.
It might be a small thing to you, but being above the law isn't small to me.
We're not trying to be above the law.
We're not trying to be, but you know that there's a
No,
Title
what you're
28
trying to
law
do
that
is
gives us
sneak
the
up on
right.
people sitting in cars and stuff like that.
Just
We're
like
allowed
officers
to
are
do
allowed
that.
to speed.
No, you're not allowed to ride around without a light.
Officers, just how officers are allowed to break the speed limit when they're going to emergencies and
It
when they're
falls
going to
under the
other
same
calls.
law.
It's the
We're
same
trying to
thing.
catch up with
That's not in the
somebody.
law anywhere.
It is. It is though. That's what we're telling you.
Law enforcement is exempt from certain Title 28
Right.
laws.
It is.
We are.
I'm not able to find a legal justification for that. You guys say that, but I can't find a legal
Well, okay.
justification
Just
for
because
that.
you don't find it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It doesn't. Okay.
All right.
So do you understand that we're allowed to make U-turns in places that other people aren't? We're allowed to run red lights when other people are not allowed. There's all sorts of Title 20. We're allowed
In
to
certain
violate
circumstances, you can't just say period. In certain circumstances, you are allowed to do
In
those.
the act of our job, we're allowed to do that. Okay.
I'm coming at you just as respectful.
All right, what's the next thing?
Okay. The next thing, we've caught a lot of people doing crazy stuff in cars. Okay? Crazy stuff.
Overdosing on
Drugs.
drugs. I've had to do
Doing
CPR on a guy who
drugs.
died back there because he was doing something in the car he shouldn't.
Doing drugs, having sex, selling drugs.
Yeah, that's what you guys want to see, I bet.
Down the road and you forgot to turn your headlight on. Would you be doing that because you think you're above the law?
No,
No, nor do we.
no,
Except
because you
sometimes.
guys know how to use your lights, and it's not an issue of you forgetting to.
It
It's,
is,
it's
because
an
you
issue of you
realize we
sneaking
turn
up
our
on
head-
people and not wanting to be seen.
Right, but do you realize we
We're
turn
allowed
our
to do that,
headlights
James.
on and off 1,000 times every night,
get it.
and sometimes
We're
we
allowed.
race to cross the street.
All right,
because
just
we
leave.
gotta get
How
to
about just
something
leave
else.
them on?
I'm not trying to make excuses. Our job is to sneak up on people.
No,
That's our job.
is
Sometimes
to
we.
make sure.
I don't know. With
downtown-
cause, I guess I see a lot of sneaking around with absolutely no
That's how-
cause.
We don't just do it willy-nilly. We are still very careful. I use it judiciously. I use my light all the time.
Why don't you just always wear them, always use them like us, like we have to do?
I mostly do. Honestly, 90% of the time, if I'm on the public street, I have.
I do it 100% of the time,
I know,
so
but
I
you're
think
not
you
trying-
guys
it's
should
not your
too.
job.
Yeah, to talk to you about.
All right.
Hey James, next time I see you, I'll try to make sure I have that Title 28 law for you, okay? So you can read it. That talks about us being allowed to do these certain things.
Well, hold on. Are you talking about the one that says? Are you talking about that title that traffic laws don't apply on private property? Because I know that.
No.
no.
He's talking about with
Oh.
peace officers.
Police officers have the right to violate Title 28 laws in the act of our job.
I've never
have-
seen that anywhere, and
I'll find it.
and I've asked
I'll
asked
find it and show it to you.
people way higher
So-
than you who's been unable to legally justify it.
We'll
Well,
find
you don't
it for
have
you.
to be very high in law enforcement, which I've got 26 years in here. You don't have to be high in law enforcement in order to know that law, because it's a written law. Anybody can read it.
We're never going to get in trouble for not using our lights. We have a reason to be doing
Hey,
it.
check this out, James. First of all, we're allowed to do it in cars too, not just on bikes. We can do it in our car. And you know what? They actually put a switch in our car that gives us the ability to override all the lights while
Block
we're
it
driving.
completely out.
They put a special switch in just for us to do what you don't think we should be allowed to do.
See, all I want is a legal justification,
I'll
and
give it to you.
Yeah, I'll give it
nobody's
for you.
been
It
able
exists,
to
I
provide
promise.
it.
James,
What
I'll
the
give it to you.
you know what the chief said? Nothing. He didn't know what to say.
Well, he
You
might
know,
not know the law off the top of his head.
the chief, come on, man. You know what the town attorney said? Who the chief passed it off to? He said, oh, this is like undercover work. You know how undercover guys don't get busted for selling drugs?
But there is an actual Title
There
28.
is. I'll find it for you.
Find it for me.
I'll give it to
Find it for me. I'll be out here tomorrow and Sunday. Find it for me.
I'll be out here tomorrow.
I'd love to find a legal justification that says that you are exempt from traffic laws. Oh, I got a question. Do you got that paperwork you said you would get me?
I'm not giving you anything.
What?
It's your job to know the law. It's not my job to educate you.
You said you would, though.
I'm not going to.
Why not?
You said you'd be respectful to us, and you're not.
When was I disrespectful to you?
You are all the time. I'm not helping you. If you want to know the law, go educate yourself.
Man, you guys
It's
were
my job to educate
you guys were so cool the other day. You said you would give me the legal justification that I
I
wanted.
expected you to be cool. It doesn't work with you. So I'm not going to help you out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Give him a hand.